You're tired, but it isn't your body that's failing you. It's something deeper. You wake up in the morning, and from the very first second, you already feel like you're falling behind. You chase results, you scroll without end, and at night, even sleep doesn't feel like rest. We call it burnout. But Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest swordsman Japan ever produced, called it something else entirely. He called it losing your alignment. He said, real exhaustion doesn't come from what you do, it comes from why you do it. Musashi fought more than 60 duels, many of them to the death. He trained every single day. He carved, he wrote, he sat alone in caves and meditated, and he never burned out. Why? Because he lived in line with his direction, with simplicity, with a quiet mind. While the modern world runs in circles, chasing pleasure and approval, draining itself dry, Musashi walked a straight line, his own line. That's what kept him from ever growing tired. And that's exactly what can keep you from growing tired too. Chapter 1. The moment you lost your energy. You weren't always this tired. There was a time when effort excited you, when a challenge lit something up inside you. But somewhere along the way, you started fighting against yourself. You started chasing goals that were never really yours. You compared yourself to everyone around you. You overthought everything. You tried to please the whole world, except the one person who actually mattered. And in that exact moment, your energy died. Musashi understood this early. He was only 13 when he fought his first duel against a grown samurai and won. But he didn't celebrate. He didn't feel proud. He walked home alone. No cheering, no praise, just silence. And in that silence, he understood something. When you fight for other people's approval, you give away your power. Musashi never fought to impress anyone. He fought to understand himself. And that clarity gave him energy that never ran out. You're tired because your energy is leaking out, through distractions, through doubts, through the noise inside your own head. Every time you scroll, complain, hesitate, or try to prove something, you tear another small hole in your soul. The answer isn't more rest, it's alignment. Decide what actually matters to you and let everything else go. That's the first step toward never feeling tired again. Chapter 2. Too much weight. Musashi lived like a ghost. He carried only what he needed and nothing more. He had one rule: do nothing that is useless. He slept on the ground. He traveled light, often barefoot, sometimes without a change of clothes. To him, every extra object, every extra thought, every extra attachment was a weakness. The modern world is the opposite. We carry an enormous weight in our minds, endless notifications, other people's opinions, promises we never had to make, the impossible need to be perfect. They're like small stones, piling up so slowly you don't even notice, until one day they crush you. Musashi cut away anything that slowed him down. Not to be a hero, not because survival forced him to. He simply knew that in any fight, one extra thought means death. You're tired because you're carrying too much. Too many tabs open in your mind. Too many fake responsibilities that feed nothing in you. So, start small. Clean your space. Simplify your day. Remove the people and the habits that drain you. Energy doesn't come from adding more. It comes from taking away and focusing completely on what's left. Chapter 3. Training without motivation. Motivation is a lie. If Musashi had waited to feel motivated, he'd have died in his second duel. He turned discipline into his heartbeat. Rain didn't matter. Heat didn't matter. Freezing cold didn't matter. The training always happened. Some records say he spent entire days practicing a single strike, thousands of repetitions, until it became effortless. He once said that to reach the summit, there is more than one path. For him, training wasn't about excitement, it was rhythm. And when something becomes rhythm, it stops draining you. Think about brushing your teeth. Does it exhaust you? No. Why? Because it's automatic. It's part of who you are. Musashi treated his training, his writing, his combat, all the same way. He didn't try harder, he became the thing itself. You're tired because you depend on motivation. So stop chasing the feeling, build the rhythm instead. Do what you said you would do, even when it's boring, even when it's hard. That's how you cross over from burnout to endless energy, by turning effort into identity. Chapter 4. Letting go of the result. After years of winning, Musashi faced the greatest challenge of his life. Sasaki Kojiro, a swordsman famous for his blinding speed. In the year 1612, the two of them stood face to face on a small island. Kojiro was polished, clean clothes, a gleaming sword, complete confidence. Musashi showed up late, dirty, unwashed, holding a wooden sword he had carved from an oar on the boat ride over. The duel lasted only seconds. One precise strike. Kojiro fell. Musashi turned around and walked away without a single word. No celebration, no waiting for applause. Because for him, the goal was never victory. It was clarity. He wasn't attached to winning. He was committed to mastering the moment. You're tired because your energy is chained to results. The next number, the next win, the next bit of approval. Every time you tie your piece to an outcome, you hand your power away. But when you act without attachment, you act freely. When you move for the skill and not the spotlight, you become unstoppable. Musashi didn't win because he fought harder. He won because he fought empty. His mind was calm. His purpose was clear. Let go of the result, and you'll find the same energy that carried him forward his entire life. Chapter 5. Stillness inside movement. Musashi's energy didn't come from aggression. It came from stillness. Between his duels, he meditated by rivers. He painted. He carved statues out of wood. He believed the way of the sword and the way of art were the same thing. Both demanded presence, calm, flow. He had a saying, "From one thing, know 10,000 things." Meaning, if you learn stillness in one corner of your life, it spreads into all of it. You're tired because your mind never stops. You wake up already moving. You eat while moving. You even try to rest while moving, scrolling, thinking, rushing. The samurai found calm inside the movement. Every strike of the sword was meditation. Every breath in battle was peace. Find that same stillness inside your own chaos. Maybe in the gym, in writing, in a long walk, in silence. When your body moves but your mind stays still, energy flows without end. Chapter 6. The real source of energy. In the final years of his life, Musashi went to a cave called Reigando. He lived alone, and he wrote the Book of 5 Rings. He poured the wisdom of his entire life into that last teaching. He said, real power comes from fully knowing yourself, without illusion, without distraction. The modern world sells you shortcuts, caffeine, comfort, dopamine, but none of them fill the emptiness. Energy doesn't come from the outside, it comes from alignment. When what you do, what you believe, and what you're aiming for all point in the same direction, your energy becomes infinite. Musashi didn't need motivation. He didn't need luxury. He didn't need approval. He had only one thing: clarity. And clarity is power. If you want to stop being tired, let go of a scattered life. Practice saying no to what doesn't matter. Drop the battles that carry you nowhere. Start walking your own path. There's a phrase for this: walk your path alone. Because when your mind, your body, and your soul all point the same way, nothing can exhaust you. So right now, I want you to answer for yourself. What is your path? Leave it in the comments. Say it out loud. I'm starting now. Align yourself with your path. The secret behind Musashi's unstoppable energy was never hidden in some ancient scroll. It was in his choices. He chose simplicity over comfort, rhythm over motivation, stillness over noise, purpose over pleasure. He mastered himself, and through that, he mastered life. You're tired because you forgot who you are. You gave your attention to things that mean nothing, but you can take it back right now. You don't need more rest, you need more direction. Wake up in the morning and train your mind the way Musashi trained his sword, with patience, with ritual, with commitment. Align your actions with your path. Cut away everything useless. And one day, like that old samurai in his cave, you'll realize you were never tired at all. You were just off your path. Find your path, walk it alone, and your energy will never run out. And if you want to break bad habits and addictions using the Japanese method, your next step is watching this video.